Okay, I'm going to do a quick review on my Samsung Galaxy S7 versus my Samsung Galaxy S6. You can pretty much see the backs of it. Of course, I got the gold color in my S7. Now, one of the great things to start off with is this always on display. Now, this is really cool. I would imagine this saves battery, guys, but you know, on all your other phones, to check the time when you pull out your phone out of your wallet, you have to like basically power it on to see the time and the date. This here always stays on. Actually, you have an option if you want to always on or off, and I would assume that this is going to save battery life instead of always turning your phone off and on. So let's go ahead and look at the rear here. It looks exactly the same. Of course, the S7 is a little bit thicker. If you look at the front, the display is actually both at like 5.1 inches. Now, if I go ahead and put it on, you can see that the home button, pretty much even the top here, looks almost the same. Now the thing is, if you look up here, you'll notice that the S7, they took away this IR blaster, which is on the S6. They don't have that anymore on the S7. I don't know why. I think maybe because not a lot of people used it. But the IR blaster, I mean, I liked it. Basically, use it for like remote control for your like TV or your DVR or like your cable system, your cable box, or even like your sound system. But they don't have that on here. Also, if you look on top of here too, now this is really cool. Now you have the SIM tray and SD card up here. Okay, and for the S6, now if I turn it to the right hand side here, you can see that the only thing that's on the S7 here is just the power on off button, and with the S6 it has the SIM card tray right here. Now the only thing is, I mean, the S6 doesn't have expandable storage. So whatever you buy like a 16 gig phone or 32, 64, 128, you're pretty much stuck with it. So here's the SIM tray for the S6. And the great thing, one of the things I like about the S7 is they come back with the expandable storage. And you can actually expand up to 200 gigs of external storage. And check out the SIM tray here on the S7. It's you put the SIM and your SD card in one tray. I've never seen that before, and I think that's really cool. Now, if I turn the phones to the left here, it's exactly the same. You just have the volume rockers, the up and down volume rockers on both sides. Now, if I turn it over, it's exactly the same here as well. You have the speakers, the USB port, and you have the headphone jack there. Okay, so let's go ahead and actually go into the phone a little bit here. Okay, so another big change is the IP68 certification, the rating. The iPhone 6 didn't have it, so it wasn't basically water resistant. Now they come back with the iPhone 7 because the iPhone 5, it was IP68, so it was dust and water resistant. And now it's come back on the S7, which is awesome because even on the S5, I mean, you're supposed to only, it's not supposed to go underwater more than like 1 meter, which is like 3 feet for more than 30 minutes. But I can tell you on my S5, I went longer than that, and I went in like as deep as like 8 feet, and it was salt water, and I was snorkeling in Bangkok, and I'll put a video link below where you can see it. But this phone worked tremendously. I took videos, I took photos underwater. The only thing is there's a lot of like removable parts on the S5. So you can see like there's just like a rubber seam on here, as well as the USB port. You had this like little flap here. You had to make sure all these were closed pretty tight. And eventually what's going to happen is these rubber seams and stuff like that, it's going to wear out. So, but with the S6, I mean, there is nothing really removable on this, you know, besides the little expandable storage and SIM card slots. So let me go ahead and go in here, and let me show you some other cool things too, okay? Now, this is another great thing I like about it is the camera, okay? Now, if I look on here, let me go to the camera here and take a look at this. The front-facing camera on the S6, it comes with a flash now. So let me do this here and check it out. So here's the flash right here. I'll just keep that on, and awesome. There is no flash on any previous Samsung phones. Another thing is too is it's 12 megapixels on the S7 and it's 16 megapixels on the S6. But the thing is, there's dual pixels on the S7. Another thing I like about the S7, supposedly it has faster autofocus. Another thing is it shoots better in low light areas, so it's basically able to catch more detail. Now these both have wireless charging. Basically, you have like one of those like wireless charging pads. You can just pop it on and it'll charge wirelessly. The thing is, the S6 basically has a standard wireless charging, and you have like rapid or fast wireless charging. So the wireless charging would charge a lot faster on the S7. Now they both can still record in 4K resolution. Now let's talk about like battery size, okay? So for the S7, now it comes with a 3000 milliamp battery, opposed to the S6, it has 2550 milliamp battery. So hopefully the battery life will be longer on the S7 opposed to the S6, which I wasn't too happy about. In regards to resolution, they're both sit exactly the same. They're both 2560 by 1440 pixels, which is about 577 ppi pixel density. And if I scroll down here and just so you can see the display, if I bring the brightness up at the max possible, you can see pretty much the brightness. In terms of smoothness, I mean, they both feel pretty much the same. I really don't see no difference here. Now, if I was using the S5, I do see a difference. These two are definitely much more smoother. Now, according to Samsung, the processor performance of the S7 is about 30% faster than the S6. And another great thing is too, supposedly they say that the graphic performance is it's about 64% faster than the S6. So that's pretty much it for this quick review. If you guys have any questions or anything, just comment below. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Bye.